Something about Luke's theme makes me feel happy, and that's exactly what I said 2 years ago when I heard it for the first time during his Street Fighter V showcase. I'm not a music expert, so I can't actually explain why it makes me feel a bit warm inside, even more than other happy themes, but it does. In Street Fighter VI, Luke has the same theme song, but now it sounds like this. I don't like this version nearly as much. His Street Fighter V version gets me pumped. Literally. I sometimes use it to get through tough sets in the gym because this song has that effect on me. His Street Fighter VI version does nothing for me. I mean, this tune will always be catchy, but I don't get pumped and I don't feel happy. This version is so low energy that I can only describe it as chill, which is strange because this is a fighting game theme. I think many people might say, well, these versions are going for different things. It's obvious that they're going for different things. My question is, what exactly are they going for in Street Fighter VI, and why? I would like to know because a lot of Street Fighter VI's music is low energy. I like many of these tracks outside of a match, but during an actual fight, they're underwhelming. So again, what are they trying to communicate with these themes? When I listen to the themes of Street Fighter V, the one thing they all have in common is energy, because that's appropriate for a fighting game. Fighting someone is not a laid-back activity. You can turn it into one, but primarily, this space is intense. I think everyone expresses that intensity differently. I mean, you'll rarely see me visibly focused or visibly angry, but I definitely feel it. Emotions run high in a format like this, so it feels awkward to get engaged in a match while a song like this is playing in the background.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1, action!
The music that works best is the music that reminds you of the situation you're in. I don't care for most of Under Night In-Birth's music. The songs are good, but for some reason they just don't hold my attention. I think it's just a matter of taste, we don't need to delve into it. But there is one theme that stands out from the rest. Enkidu's theme. Originally, Enkidu's theme was just like the rest. It was good, but I wouldn't go out of my way to look it up. However, on one New Year's Eve, my opinion changed. A few years back, I spent New Year's Eve with some friends that play fighting games. We dabbled in BlazBlue, Plus R, and some other fighters, but In-Birth was the main reason we gathered under night. I remember a friend introducing me to this crazy cool tech that Chip can do in Plus R. I remember some very close and hype sets in BlazBlue, and I even remember the arguments about how broken my character may or may not be. Look, Seth was broken, but you all sucked anyway. My most vivid memory of that day, however, is a 1st to 20 I had with my closest friend there, some guy called Tokaz. I say some guy to distance myself from the sentimentality of it all, but we were definitely close. We've gone from being bad Undernight players to good Undernight players together. We'd flown out to other countries to compete together while we slept on the same floors together. Online, offline, casuals, tournament, it never mattered because our sets were always close. And on that New Year's Eve, to end that special day, we played a 1st to 20. The sun had gone down, we had built up the hype, set up the stream, and sent it around multiple servers, and the thing I remember the most is something he said right before the set began. As we sat there on the character select screen, he asked me, what theme should we pick? I don't remember how long I thought about it, but my eventual answer was Enkidu's theme. Why? He asked me. Well, because it just seems right. Even then, there was nothing particularly special about Enkidu's theme that I was aware of. Maybe any sort of important character theme would be right, or maybe not. Enkidu's theme is what we chose, appropriately on his stage too. Deep into that set, with both of us hyper-focused, absorbed in the gameplay, he found a quick moment between matches to say, "You were right, this theme is really fitting for this." That's all he said. I don't remember if I said anything back, but it couldn't have been much before we went straight into the next match. But he was right, and I understood how he felt. These matches didn't feel like most others, it felt like the finale to our years of playing together. Our sets had always been very close, yet I'd usually come out on top. I guess this was his chance to finally grab the win, while it was my chance to solidify myself as the better player. We weren't playing for money or anything, it really was just pride. I'm not sure that I can find a way to accurately describe it, but Enkidu's theme really did hit different in that moment. I don't know how else to put it. Just imagine your rival and friend, the player you know inside and out, and they you, fighting it out one very last time to end this special day, and this chorus comes in. I won that set, if you're curious. Sorry Tokaz, stick to gacha games. Jokes aside, whenever I heard Enkidu's theme from then on, it sounded a lot stronger than before. When that chorus kicks in, I don't necessarily feel the feelings I felt 4 years ago during that set, but I do have this feeling of understanding. Righto, I understand now. I understand the feelings that you wanted this theme to evoke, or at least one interpretation of it. I love that a fighting game theme, can be that powerful. I want more of that. But I turn to look at Street Fighter 6 again and think, what are you trying to say? Like, that question isn't a critique, it's my honest question. Again, I think these songs are good, but they don't have the intensity that I'm used to from fighting game themes, and they feel underwhelming during a match. With the songs generally being low energy, or you could say, chill, I can only assume that they want a match in Street Fighter 6 to be a chill experience. Are they trying to make matches not so intense? Is the vision for Street Fighter 6 one where you turn on the game to casually do your dailies, and by dailies I mean matches, and then leave? Are they trying to emphasize an experience where the fighting game is just a chill backdrop to the real fun, like a game of beer pong at a party? I don't know, but I don't think it works. Maybe this is emblematic of my relationship to fighting games and how, even though I no longer compete and I only play for fun, I'll always see these games as an ultra-competitive experience. But I get the feeling Capcom wanted it to be more than that, seeing as they've got VTubers in on the fun and they've got SNL advertising it to parents.
And action. Ooh,
But from my little eyes, a fight in Street Fighter 6 will always be intense, and this music does nothing to complement that. It's even more disappointing when you realize that Street Fighter 6's music is dynamic. The music will shift, sometimes quite jarringly, into a more intense section when someone is on low health.
Get a little chip damage on top of it.
But even these dynamic changes are shackled by the overall direction of Street Fighter 6's music. I admit, a few tracks here and there are an exception. I think Genbu Temple's stage theme does an amazing job of complementing the fight. It's a good song, period, but it also has that sound befitting of a focused back and forth.
Round one. Fight.
Then when things are heating up and you've reached the final round, suddenly...
Final round. Fight!
But Genbu Temple is one of the very few tracks that managed to wake me up from the slumber that Street Fighter 6's music sends me into. No, I'm serious. If I've been fighting to a theme like this for several minutes...
At the Home Depot, we don't subscribe to the idea of burnout. We get in, we make our space, and we get dirty.
I generally don't notice my focus slipping until Genbu Temple comes back on and snaps me back to reality. It really is a shame to hear so many people just turn off the in-game music and replace it with something of their own, but I absolutely get it. It's clear that Capcom put a lot of effort into the music, but frankly, even their trailer music gets me more amped up than the music in the game. So you know what? I think I'll start blasting older Street Fighter music while I play. Who knows, maybe I'll suddenly win more matches. Thank you for watching.